On the news tonight, President Tinubu affirms commitment to equitable service delivery. World Health Organization decries rising cases of suicide deaths. Military eliminates rescue orders in nationwide crackdown. And from the foreign scene, landslide kills 370 in Sudan. Good evening and welcome to Major Report. I am Kayode Adebayo. President Bola Tinubu has said distributions of federal projects are not skewed in favor of any of the 6 geopolitical zones in the country. The president, who reaffirmed his commitment to serve Nigerians equitably, also dismissed claims that his administration has disproportionately favored the South in the distribution of federal projects. He attributed the claim to some northern opposition figures who were, however, not named. In a post on his verified X handle, the president declared that the oath he took upon assumption of office compels him to work for every Nigerian, irrespective of region, religion, or political affiliation. To counter allegations of lopsided project allocation, the president released an infographic showing that northern sub-regions have received the bulk of federal projects and budgets under his administration. According to the data, the Northwest has 5.97 trillion naira worth of projects, the North Central has 1.13 trillion naira, and the Northeast also has 400 billion naira, making a northern aggregate of 7.5 trillion naira. In contrast, the South-South accounts for 2.41 trillion naira, the Southwest has 604 billion naira excluding Lagos, and the Southeast has 407 billion naira, totaling 3.421 trillion naira. Highlighting ongoing infrastructure investment, Tinubu pointed out that Lagos-Calabar Highway in the south, just as he listed the rehabilitation of health centers nationwide, approval for light rail projects in Kano, Kaduna, Lagos, and Ogun, the revival of the 255 megawatt Kaduna power plant, the construction of bridges in Onitsha and Bonny, the expansion of oil exploration in Bauchi and Gombe, and progress on the AKK gas pipeline. Osun State Governor Senator Adeleke has been commended for his administration's giant strides in terms of infrastructural development cutting across the state. People of Oloyin compound in Nede gave the commendation during the Solidarity Rally, where they expressed readiness to support the governor's second-term ambition. Oluchi Amuda report.
Senator Adeleke has continued to earn the support, cooperation and love of the residents and indigents of Osun State as a result of the life-changing policies his administration has been implementing in the state. The latest group who joined in reiterating its support for Adeleke's administration is the Oloyin compound in Ologun Agbakin units in Ward 3, Ede. The people of the compound who gathered together to express their support for the government said he deserved a continuation of his life-impacting policies, which have turned Osun State around for the better in all areas of human endeavors. Speaking on behalf of the gathering, Honorable Babalola Tirimisiu Alaafin Oloyin enumerated the various achievements of its administration in different sectors such as health, economy, education, transportation, infrastructure, agriculture, solid mineral development, environment and sanitation, labor and productivity, among others. He maintained that these achievements are unprecedented in the annals of the state, adding that the only way Osun people can appreciate the good work of Governor Adeleke is to ensure that he continues his lofty legacies beyond 2026. Similarly, several speakers at the event also attested to the leadership style of Governor Adeleke, describing him as an epitome of good governance.
First time, no, second time.
They prayed for more strength and wisdom for the governor as he continues to deliver dividends of democracy to the people of Osun State. Oluchi Amuda, OSBC News.
Meanwhile, Osun State has continued to witness the upsurge of participation in the continuous voter registration exercise as eligible registrants continue to besiege the venue to get themselves registered ahead of gubernatorial and general elections. OSBC reporter Oluchi Amuda, who went around the town to monitor the situation, said that the venue was a beehive of activities for voters' registration in preparation for the forthcoming elections in the state. Our report.
Residents of Osogbo, the Osun State capital, besieged the office of the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) located at Lameko area of the town for the continuous voters registration exercise in preparation for the 2026 gubernatorial election in the state, as well as the 2027 general elections in the country. Mrs. Rukayat Moshood and Mrs. Ikmot Mohammed were among the registrants who spoke in separate interviews with OSBC News after their registration. They noted that they have been parading the INEC office since last week, but expressed relief that they finally got to register. Similarly, another Nigerian, Mr. Kolawole Afolabi, who was still awaiting his turn to register at the time of filing in this report, maintained that he is willing to wait until it gets to his turn. According to him, the permanent voters card (PVC) remains his only hope to vote for the candidate of his choice, who will see to the welfare of the people.
I want to vote for my favorite, so I want development for our country. I want to advise the people in Nigeria here. It's compulsory for everybody to have voters card because it's our favorite to develop our country.
Also speaking, another Nigerian, Engineer Hamzat Olaleke, appealed to the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) to equip their office with more computers to make the job of registration faster.
I commend the INEC body. They have been doing well, but I will encourage them to put more effort concerning the issue of the computer using. Here in Osogbo local government at Lameko area, they are just using 2 computers to do the registration. If they can increase the numbers to be more effective, and then it will not cause any delay for the people that is suffering due to the registration exercise going on.
This exercise is coming after the completion of the online pre-registration process that was conducted between the 18th to the 24th of August this year. The report by the Commission indicated that Osun State emerged with the highest number of free registrations, recording an impressive 393,269 registrants, the largest share percentage at 28.51%. Oluchi Amuda, OSBC News.
In the meantime, Osun State government has been commended for creating a soft landing for private schools to thrive by creating enabling environment for the operators of schools and business owners alike. A private school proprietor in the state, Mr. Emmanuel Oyedele, gave the commendation shortly after featuring on OSBC TV Current Affairs program Newsmaker. According to Mr. Oyedele, the government is proactive in the development of the state, urging private schools to cooperate with the government by paying their dues appropriately. He speaks.
Because the governments are doing their own part, but we need government to do more to consolidate on that. So through the money, the money they realize from the private schools, from the registration stuff and everything. So once they get the money from the schools who are registered, those unregistered schools should be able and try their best to get their school registered. Then we can say the government are doing what we want for us. So if schools are not registered, how will the government be able to do what we want for us? Those schools, they should try to register their schools. Then we know the rest of the things is coming from the government concerning the security, road and everything. We'll be able to, talk to the governments, beseech them, and everything they need to do concerning schools and everything we need, they will be able to do it for us.
Stating that textbooks should be handed down from higher class to the lower ones so as to save parents from economic exploitation. He called for abolition of graduation ceremonies for primary school pupils in the state. He speaks again.
The problem about the textbook is that it has reduced the handwriting of the pupils because most of this classwork and everything, they do it in the textbooks. 50-60% of what they're supposed to write in their notebooks has been written in the textbook. So this is affecting their handwriting. So once they give them the assignment from the textbook, they should allow them to do it in their own notebook. They'll be able to write. I could remember then I learned writing through writing. My friends started them to write notes, everything, and that was where I learned everything. So they should allow them to write the assignment from the textbook back to the notebook.
Transportation Minister Ahmed Alkali has assured Nigerians that the damaged portion of the Abuja-Kaduna tracks will be restored in the next 10 days. Alkali announced the repair works in Abuja following an inspection of the accident scene following some portions of the rail tracks and coaches that were damaged when a Kaduna-bound train derailed at Asham Station. There were 618 passengers, including the personnel of the railway corporation, while 7 of them sustained varying degrees of injury in the accident. The minister hailed security personnel and other stakeholders for ensuring the safety of the passengers, the workers, and the rail infrastructure in the ongoing operations to restore the damaged tracks and coaches. He stated that the NRC workers have been working day and night to ensure that the clearing and repairing of the damaged tracks are completed at the earliest possible time. The minister explained that only about 150 meters of the tracks were affected by the accident, as he explained the government's effort to prevent a reoccurrence. The World Health Organization has said that more than 1 in every 100 deaths globally is due to suicide, calling for urgent action to stem a mounting mental health crisis, especially among the young people. According to the WHO, while global suicide rates had fallen somewhat in recent years, progress in combating the issue was far too slow. Recall that in 2021, the last year for which the data was available, there were an estimated 727,000 suicides worldwide. The interim head of the WHO's Non-Communicable Disease and Mental Health Department, Deborah Kestes, said those suicides affected countless more lives and livelihoods, as friends, carers, and loved ones were forced to grapple with unimaginable hardship. The WHO's World Mental Health report highlighted that suicide remains a leading cause of death among young people across geographies and socioeconomic contexts. In 2021, it was the second leading cause of death for girls and women aged 15 to 29, and the third leading cause for males in the same age category. And despite a 35% global decline between 2000 and 2021, the world is still falling short of its goal. A philanthropist, Ambassador Ilesanmi Olaniyi, has reiterated his determination to empowering young people, fostering unity, and ensure that Osun State shines as a beacon of hope. He made the affirmation while receiving the award conferred on him as patron by a friend of Seyi Tinubu Humanitarian Foundation. Details of the report are presented from our studios.
Of Seyi Tinubu Humanitarian Foundation in recognition of Ambassador Ilesanmi Olaniyi of his exceptional contributions to humanity and youth empowerment within Osun State and beyond. Speaking on the recognition, the Foundation National President Comrade Tai Adejorin and the State Coordinator Comrade Amusa Mtiu, who were represented by Comrade Boluwatife Akinlade, who is also a National Executive Member, said the honor was bestowed on Ambassador Olaniyi in acknowledgement of his selfless dedication, leadership, and philanthropic efforts, which have left a remarkable impact on his community and Osun State at large.
The brain behind it is nothing than his good work that he has been doing, which got to Seyi Tinubu in Abuja, because Seyi Tinubu has also been a philanthropist that helped the youth throughout Nigeria. So he heard about his good work, so he mandated for us to confide him and also make him a friend of Sheyi Tinubu.
He said Ambassador Olaniyi had always lived a life of generosity and leadership even before gaining public recognition, adding that those who knew him closely were not surprised since he had consistently placed humanity above self. He also described the conferment as a boost to the foundation mission, noting that having a figure like Ambassador Olaniyi as patron is a blessing that would guide the organization to expand its reach and touch more lives across Osun State and Nigeria as a whole. In his response, Ambassador Ilesanmi Olaniyi expressed deep gratitude, friend of Sheyi Tinubu Foundation, for the honor, describing it as both humbling and motivating. He said the recognition was not just a personal achievement, but a call to greater service. He added that whatever contribution he had made to humanity and youth were only a seed, as the real harvest was yet to come. He reaffirmed his commitment to empowering young people, fostering unity, and ensuring that Osun State continues to shine as a beacon of hope.
Whatever it takes to take this country to the next level, I am in support. This is why I always say, God bless Nigeria.
The event was widely described as a celebration of excellence, service to humanity, and commitment to youth empowerment values the Ambassador Olaniyi has championed throughout his career.
Residents of Kankara town in Katsina State have raised concern over continued possession of arms by suspected Fulani bandits despite the peace dialogue held with the group. Some community members expressed worry that despite reconciliation talks, some of the bandits still move freely carrying weapons. A resident who spoke on condition of anonymity questioned the rationale behind negotiating peace while armed men were left unchecked in communities. The concerns intensified after videos surfaced online showing armed men riding motorcycles in the area openly displaying weapons. The footage, which has since gone viral, has further fueled doubts about the sincerity of the peace process and the safety of the residents. Meanwhile, the police command in Katsina State has intercepted 2 suspected gun runners with general-purpose machine gun, 1,063 rounds of ammunition and 232 rounds of ammunition. This is contained in a statement by the police public relations officer DCP Olumuyiwa Adejobi, who are made available to newsmen in Katsina. Adejobi, who identified the suspects as Abdulsalam Mohammed and Aminu Maman, said they were intercepted on the Hingawa Kakaku village road in Katsina State. He revealed that they were apprehended following credible intelligence on their activities, which resulted in a swift tactical response from the police operatives. Upon searching their operational vehicle, according to him, a blue-colored Volkswagen Golf, the exhibits were found concealed inside the vehicle. The first PPRO explained that preliminary investigations indicated that the items were being transported from Adeja in Jigawa to Safana local government area in Katsina State for distribution to notorious criminals. Adejobi said that the suspects were currently in custody and an in-depth investigation was ongoing to uncover the source, destination network, and possible affiliations of the recovered arms. He reiterated the commitment of the force to dismantling all forms of organized criminal networks operating across the country. Troops of Nigerian Army have killed scores of terrorists and arrested 15 others in a series of coordinated operations across the country. A military source told newsmen that troops also rescued 15 kidnapped victims during onslaught conducted last week. According to the source, troops recovered a large cache of high-caliber weapons, ammunition, explosives, and illegally refined petroleum products. Providing details on the successes, the source revealed that in the Northwest Zone, troops of 17th Brigade in Katsina State and 1 Brigade combat team in Zamfara State rescued 12 kidnapped victims from terrorist captivity. He added that the troops also conducted successful rescue operations in the central and southeast regions, as well as the northwest, with Operation Wild Stroke troops in Nasarawa State, rescuing kidnapped victims during crackdown on terrorist hideouts. The source reported a significant success against IPOB ESN fighters in Imo State, where troops dismantled and destroyed their sentry post and an improvised explosive device factory, and disposed of multiple explosives found along major roads. The source stated that the rescued victims were handed over to the appropriate authorities for reunification with their families, assuring that the Nigerian military will continue to dismantle criminal networks nationwide, creating a safer environment to boost agricultural activities and support the federal government's food security initiatives. You are welcome to our sports segment. Asaba, capital of Delta State, is alive with youthful energy, sporting excellence, and national pride as the 9th edition of the National Youth Games got underway, bringing together the brightest young talents from across Nigeria. Sharing his experience, Director General of National Sports Commission, Honorable Bukola Olapade, lauded the spirit and discipline of the young athletes. The DG further underscored the broader vision driving the games, adding that the young talents are the future of Nigerian sports. He said the future is bright, and the NSC is determined to create pathways that not only discover talent but also nurture them to compete and succeed on the global stage, calling on Nigerians to rally behind the youth, celebrate their achievement, and witness the emergence of tomorrow's sporting legends. The host, Delta State, and defending champions, as well as Lagos, Edo, Oyo, and Bayelsa State, are leading the charge for who clinches this year's crown. The games, running from August 26th to September 6th this year, features 37 sports and have drawn athletes from 33 states and the Federal Capital Territory. And from the foreign scene, the United Nations Deputy Humanitarian Coordinator for Sudan, Antonio Gerard, says a landslide has killed at least 370 people in the remote Mara Mountains in the western Sudan. Olubunmi Ajiboye Agbola has the details of the story and more from the foreign.
UN officials said it was hard to assess the scale of the incident or the exact death toll, as the area was hard to reach. Sudan Liberation Movement, the armed group in control of the affected area, had earlier said that 1,000 had died. According to the group, days of heavy rain triggered the landslide, which left just one survivor and leveled much of the village of Tarasin. The movement has appealed for humanitarian assistance from the UN and other regional and international organizations, while Anton Girard said getting aid quickly to the area will be difficult. Many residents from North Darfur State had sought refuge in the Mara Mountains region after war between the Sudanese army and the military rapid support forces forced them from their homes. The First Army Aligned Governor Minni Minawani called the landslide a humanitarian tragedy, as they appealed to international humanitarian organizations to urgently intervene and provide support and assistance at the critical moment. At least 40 Palestinians, including several aid seekers, have been killed in Israeli attacks across Gaza. According to Gaza's health ministry, the number of hunger-related deaths has reached 348, adding that a pregnant woman was also killed near the Shati refugee camp as it continues its brutal assault on Gaza City. It further said that Palestinians continue to flee advancing Israeli forces in Gaza City, where about 1 million people were sheltering, even though there is no safe place left for them to go. Meanwhile, Israeli forces have arrested the mayor of Hebron, Tessir Sneinei, in the occupied West Bank. Israeli forces stormed the mayor's home in Hebron, searching it and ransacking its contents before arresting him and taking him to an unknown location. Olubunmi Ajiboye Agbola for OSBC News.
that report from the foreign scene, we conclude a major report on OSBC TV tonight. The bulletin was edited by Olubunmi Ajiboye Agbola. I am Kayode Adebayo. Thanks for watching.